Good morning, guys. How you doing? I see we've got 4 people online. I've been chatting to you guys already, I think. So welcome to Saturday. You will need 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't, lunch boxes, bags of rice, cans from the pantry will work fine for some of these exercises. So pillows as well, for some of them might work. So just have a little collection of bits and pieces at home that you can grab. Pop them up the top of your mats where you can grab them when you need them. And we will start on our backs today. And you can press play on number 8, deep, slow beat, brave. And come and meet me on your backs. Letting yourself down slowly. Maybe if you feel like your back's a little sensitive already this morning, you can bend your knees and have your knees slightly T-ping together and feet out to the sides. Or if you have a bolster, maybe a bolster underneath the legs. If you want to work on hip opening, you can have the feet together and knees out to the side in butterfly pose. Placing your left hand on your heart or the left side of your body and your right hand on your belly. We'll take a big breath into that belly. And exhale, release. If it feels okay for you, just closing the eyes. Really taking that sensation of the breath into the abdomen. And now take the attention to the left hand to the chest. And maybe feel the chest start to rise and fall as well with the breath. I just want you to now take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Are you okay? And just bring attention to what comes up, that internal dialogue around those questions. Feel into your body. Where do you feel tightness or sadness or happiness when I ask those questions? Where in the body is that emotion sitting or that feeling sitting? If this doesn't resonate with you, just focusing on the breath and using that as your guide instead. We're going to use today's yoga as an opportunity to move through any stuck feelings or emotions in the body. So being aware of where they're sitting right now is a good way to start. Taking one last big breath in and exhale, release, side out. If you have your feet, your knees out to the side, using your hands on the outsides of your thighs to bring your legs in together. Maybe windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. And gently blinking open the eyes. To start the class, just make sure you do have a block handy, so just nearby that you can grab. I'm going to tickle the backs of our heels and come into a low bridge. If you're starting with your bridges, I recommend placing a block between your thighs, and this is just to activate in the legs. So we're not going up to a full bridge, it's just nice and low. And I want you to touch your booty and see if it's working. Mine's actually not working right now. So I'm going to tuck my tailbone, squeeze my glutes even more, give them a poke and see if they're activated. Squeeze my thighs together, push the heels into the floor and drag them back. Now I feel like I'm actually working. Before I was just hanging out, which is really easy to do in yoga. The activation is up to you. So you can chill out or you can activate. So push up a little bit more, tilt tailbone towards the heels and hold for 5, 2, 1. And slowly come down. So upper back, middle back, lower back to floor. Take the block out. Windscreen wipe the legs. We're going to come up to that same low bridge, but without the block. So come to the low bridge. This time we're going to lift that left foot up, bend the knee so the knee is over the hip, flex the toes, shin parallel to floor, and then we're going to bring the right hand and push against the thigh. So right hand's pushing into the thigh's pushing into the hand, everything activates. Next level, if you want to take it, is 10 pulses. So 10, 9, we're pushing into that opposite heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, stay up. Option to lower to floor if you need a break. Challenge, stay up. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring that right knee up. Left hand pushes into the right thigh. Thigh pushes into the hand. Everything activates. Push through left heel. Option 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg. Keep pushing into the floor. And then slowly come down. So we're activating that glute maximus here and the hamstrings. Interlace the fingers behind the neck and head. Elbows up to the roof. Shins parallel to floor. Activate feet, so flex feet. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, lift shoulders up. So shoulders are off the floor if you can. Breath in. Exhale, both elbows to left knee, straighten right leg. Right leg's at 70 degrees. So 90, 70. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Try and lift shoulders off the floor. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. So we're pushing that sacrum into the floor, pulling the lower belly down and crossing over with the elbows. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Can you lift the shoulders off the floor? Can you push the sacrum into the mat? Inhale back to center. One more each side. Exhale, both elbows to left knee, straighten right leg. Inhale back to center. You got it. Last one of this level. Inhale back to center. Hold if you can. Exhale, both elbows to left knee, straighten right leg. Reach over with that right hand and see if you can lift the shoulders up even more. Inhale back to center, hands behind head. Exhale, both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Left arm reaches over. Can you lift the shoulders off the floor? Inhale back to center, one more each side. Exhale, elbows to right. And then see if you can lift. Cross that arm over. Inhale to center, abs start burning. Exhale, both elbows over and then reach to the right. Inhale to center, last level, one on each side. Exhale, reach over. Left hand grabs the left wrist and pulls you a little higher. Hold for 3, for 2. Both elbows up, lift them up. 2, 1. Inhale back to center, hands behind neck and head. Exhale to the other side. Right hand grabs the left wrist, pulls up. Can you lift both shoulders up? Can you reach a little more? Hands behind neck and head. Return to center. Breath in. Exhale. Head to floor. Feet to floor. And gently windscreen wipe the legs. A little rock and roll if that feels good. So you can roll forward and back. And maybe come up onto all fours in one nice movement. So you're going to need your trusty block. Ross said to me that this doesn't work very well for him. He gets cramps in his hamstring. If that's you, you can drop the block. You don't need it, okay? So come onto your tabletop position. We're going to lift the left leg up so that it's parallel to the floor. Now tilt the tailbone and lift the leg even more. So what happens is we dump into the back. We're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. If you can stay in that version, or the next level up is placing a block between your calf and your hamstring. Ross said, I have really big calves and hamstrings, so this is why I can do this. I don't know if I should be offended. Flex the toe. So if this hurts your hamstring, please don't do it with a block. We're going to take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, drop the knee almost to the floor, hover. Exhale, back up. We're going to do 5. Inhale down. Exhale, rise. 2. Inhale down. Exhale up. Parallel to the floor. Try not to drop the back. Inhale down. Exhale up. Starting to feel that hamstring working. Exhale up. Hold. Now we're going to use glute med and glute minimus, which is a different muscle. We're going to bring the knee in towards the body first and then down towards the knee. with the knee inwards. So you're brushing the thighs together. Then come out the same way you came in. So bring the knee towards the body and up. This is using a different muscle of the glute. Bring knee in towards the body and down. Brushing thighs together. Brush thighs together as you come back up. We've got 4 more. Or 3 more, yeah. Bring knee down. Exhale, come up. Inhale to lower. Brush thighs as it comes in. Feel that glute working. Inhale, come up. Last one of this set. Inhale, come up and hold. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Take it slow. Inhale, back up. You can drop the block if this is too hard for you. Exhale, bring that foot in. You can also come down onto your elbows if your wrists hurt. Inhale up. We've got 3 more. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Last one. Exhale, hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower down. Move forward and back a little bit. Kind of release the glutes and hamstrings. So your hamstrings will work using the block, but if it does feel painful, then don't use it, okay? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it, basically. Should feel like you're building muscle, not pain. So we're going to go to the other side. So we come onto a tabletop. Again, if your wrists hurt, you can have the option to come onto your elbows. Make sure that thigh is parallel to the floor. Squeeze the block, flex the foot. And then we inhale, we're going to drop the knee down, float it off the floor. Exhale, back up. So glute max. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. We've got 2 more. Keep that neck neutral, gaze between the hands. Last one. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. Hold. Glute med and glute minimum. I'm getting a dump through my back, so I'm just correcting that so I can see myself. Bring the knee in towards the body and then bring it down so it brushes between the thighs and the knee. Come out the same way, brush the thighs together, raise up. That's 1. Exhale, inhale to come down. Exhale up. We've got another 3 more. Come down and rise. Take it slow. Try not to dump through back. See if you can correct it a little if you can. And rise up. Breath in, breath out, and then come down, inhale. Last one, exhale. Beautiful. Now you know it's coming, hold. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, rise. Exhale again. Inhale to rise. 3 more. Rise up. If you drop the block, that's okay, just let it go. 2. Last one, stay with me. 1, hold for 3. For 2, lost the block for 1, and then drop the knee. Beautiful. Blocks, leave them at the top of your mat. You'll need them a little later. Last set of glute work. So we're working a lot with glute med, which is one that we ignore a lot in yoga. It's actually, so with body, your glute med and min are doing abduction, moving the thigh out, and adduction. Really important glute muscles that we don't use a lot in yoga. So that's what I'm activating this morning. Grab your elbow, your biceps and hands forward. Coming into dolphin. If you don't like dolphin, little mini dolphin with knees bent is fine. If you want full dolphin, you're going to start to straighten the legs and walk the legs closer to the body. To use glute med and glute min, we're going to bend the knee, lift it up. From here, we've got 5 circles in both directions on each side. So we're going to take a breath in and bring that left knee towards the left shoulder and then the right and back up. That's 1 little circle. Exhale. Draw little circles with your knees. Inhale up. Exhale. This is 3. Circle and up. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, leg up. We've got another 2. Last one. Now we're going to change directions. So that knee goes in and towards that right arm, then the left, and then back up. This is using a different part of the glute. Exhale, bring it in, right, left, up. That's 2. The right, the left, up. 3. Right, left, up. 4. Right, left, up. 5. Option, take a break, or if you're a superstar and want to beast yourself, you can stay up. Have a little break, take a breather. We're going to go up and do the other side, activating all parts of the glute here. Grab your biceps, hands out, straighten the legs or bend the knees a little. Other side, raise the right leg, bend the knee. Let's go the first way. So bring the knee towards the right elbow, the left, and up. Little circles. Right, left, up. That's 2. Right, left, up. 3, 4. Exhale as you bring it in. Inhale to rise. That's one way. Let's do the other side. So go from left to right to up. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. So close. Exhale, 4. Exhale, inhale, 5. And lower down. Oh, straighten through the arms. Maybe hands come together as you rest your forehead to floor. Maybe there's a little movement back and forward. If you want to release the arms, you can bring your elbows forward and come into prayer over the head. And sometimes feel nice. Or a little option for a puppy pose here if you want to really stretch through those shoulders. Push up onto hands and knees. Coming into a downward facing dog. So reach your arms a little further forward for this one. Tuck your toes. Push up and back. Down dog. So bending through your knees is great for a down dog. You don't have to have your knees straight. So just an option. Bend a little bit more and move that weight back. What we're actually looking for is this nice straight line from the front wrist to the top of your sacrum. If you're rounding, then bend the knees a little more and get that weight into the legs. Look between hands. Option to step or to jump forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Breath in, slowly rise up. Hands can come through heart center, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, hands to floor. Option to step or to jump back, high plank. So from here, we're going to hold for a moment. Protract through shoulders, so pushing the shoulders up towards the roof, squeeze the glutes, push through the heels towards the back of the room, and reach the chest between your hands. Activate core, neck is neutral, gaze between your hands. Option to lower knees to floor, reach chest forward, suck those elbows in towards the body, and come down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or baby cobra. Push into the floor if you're a baby cobra with your feet. Tuck toes. Push up and back, downward facing dog. So today I will be doing a baby version of every single chaturanga because I have an injury in my chest. So please do any chaturanga that you've been practicing in the past. Inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise into crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, to get deep into the thighs, walk that front foot forward a little, bend into the knee, and straighten that back leg. Now, if this is too much for you, you can simply just bend the back knee. If you want more of opening through the front of the hips, the leg is straight. Have the hands up, rotating the shoulders so they're sitting in the sockets. No need to have the arms up near the ears and create more tension in those shoulders. Exhale, hands to floor. Interlace around the front foot. Step back and move through your flow. Option one-legged chaturanga, full chaturanga, or chaturanga on knees. Breath in, come into upward facing dog. Breath out, and downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs. Feeling into those hamstrings. Now seeing that the neck and the jaw is released, so creating space between the teeth. Maybe little shakes or nods of the head. Just check that that neck is released, relaxed. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, sweep between hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Again, get deep into the thighs if you want to come into flexibility till tailbone lift through chest. If this is too much, you can bend that back knee. Hold for one more breath. Exhale, hands to floor and flow. So, one-legged chaturanga, two-legged chaturanga, knees down. Exhale. Inhale, come up, roll shoulders back, squeeze glutes. Exhale, down dog. Pedaling out the legs. Wrapping those shoulder blades around the armpits and gripping into the mat with your fingers to activate through the hands. Inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise into crescent lunge. Exhale into warrior two. So that back heel comes down towards the floor. And gaze to that front middle finger. Again, with this one, we can come nice and deep if you want. You want an opening of the hips here. So you're pushing down through the blade edge of that back foot and coming deep into that front foot. Lifting the knees will activate all the little muscles up the front of your shin and also protect your knee. Take another breath in. Exhale, we flip our warrior. So reach forward and back. The neck can just release, so left ear falls towards left shoulder. Back traction is also welcome here. So left arm pushes into that left hip as you reach further back and get more space through the front body. Exhale, we straighten that front leg as we come out, tilt forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reaching down towards that right heel and up through the left hand, relaxing neck and head. Both legs are straight, but if you're very bendy, bend that front knee a little. So we create space in the joint and stay in strength rather than dumping into joints that can sometimes create injury in some people. Trying to keep those hips so that left hip is opening towards the top and feeling through the front hamstring. Look towards the bottom arm or just relax that head. One more breath here. Exhale, bend through the knee, hands come down to the floor. Move through your flow. Take your option, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Place that back foot down. Check that your front heel's in line with the instep of the back foot. Get deep into the legs. Lift the toes on the front foot to activate the muscles. Tilt tailbone. Flip front palm, reverse. I like to reach forward first to create space and then reach back. A back traction here is welcomed. For me, it feels amazing. Just have a play. Keep a bend in that front knee. Sometimes it'll try to sneak to straighten here. Relax that right ear towards right shoulder. Chin gently towards chest. Exhale, we start to straighten that front leg and move through, reach forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose, tilting down. You may need to take a slightly closer stance for this one if it feels better. And a little bend in that front knee is also an option. You can rest your hand on the floor, on your ankle, or come from strength and rise up, which is what I prefer. Ensuring that your hip is opening towards the side of the room and you're bending down. A little assist here can go a long way. Letting left ear drop towards left shoulder, chin gently towards chest to release the neck. There's no need to gaze towards that top hand. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, hands frame the front feet, step back and flow. High to low plank, squeeze the glutes wherever you are. Inhale to upward facing dog or baby cobra and downward facing dog. Breath out. Inhale, right leg up. Now we go a little faster. Inhale, sweep through the hands, reach up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse warrior, reach forward. Maybe there's a bind and back. Inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana, reach forward and down. Then coming to extended side angle. So bending through that front knee, maybe resting on the front thigh or on the floor. If you are, I used the wrong word there, you should not be resting. I just caught myself. So activate. So if you are on your thigh, we're not just dumping in, we're lifting with the core. We're not just resting, it's strong. Same here. The fingers should be just tickling the floor. We're not dumping into the shoulders and putting all of our weight. We're trying to control it here. Exhale, bring the left hand down, come onto the ball of the back foot, open into easy twist. Right hand rises up, neck is released. Frame the front foot, breath in. Exhale, step back and flow. Choosing your option of your vinyasa. Breath in, come into upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Breath out, step between the hands. Breath in, rise up. Take a breath in, exhale into warrior two. Breath in, we reach forward, flip the palm, come into extended warrior, reverse warrior. Maybe there's a bind. Exhale, come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breath in. Exhale into extended side angle. Option on the thigh, option 2 on the floor, just a bit more flexibility. But reach up through that arm and see if you can use that strength here. Release the left ear towards the left shoulder. Exhale, that right hand comes to the floor. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Come into easy twist. Inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, hands come to frame the front foot. Step back and flow. One-legged chaturanga, full chaturanga, knees down, whichever choice. Inhale, baby cobra, squeeze glutes or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Pedaling out the legs here in your downward facing dog. Walking the knees in, releasing neck and head. Look between hands, option to step or jump forward. And we're slowly starting to rise up to standing. Coming into our balance sequence. So if you do have those blocks, the 2 blocks, make sure they're up at the top of your mat for this part. If you do have a strap, that would be useful, but not necessary. I'll give you options. First, we get grounded through the legs. We're going to come up with the right leg first, so make sure that left foot is under the body. Lift the right knee up. Feel that balance on that left side. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, lift the leg up. Hold here for a moment. Few options here for your leg extensions. You can grab your shin, or if you have a strap, you can place it around the ball of the foot and extend out. Or you can use first 2 fingers around the big toe or the side of the foot. You've got a couple of options. Take whichever option feels best for you. Left hand can rest on your thigh. Pull the shoulder back into the socket. Breathe and focus on something that isn't moving. Your drishti. Next, exhale, extend the leg out to the side. Now, if there is a bend, that's okay if your hamstring's quite tight, but try to keep that shoulder in and try to keep that balance. The more that you straighten the leg, the more of an opening you'll get through that hamstring. This hamstring on my side is a little bit tender at the moment, so I'm taking it easy. Inhale back to center. Now, we're in a passive stretch right now. We're going to go into active stretching. So we're going to release that foot, but keep the leg out. Hold. Beautiful. Bend the knee, bring it in. We've got 3 kicks. Exhale, extend the foot out. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend for 2. Inhale, bend. Take it slow. Really use that activation. Extend. Inhale. Now come into your warrior 3. So option to have your arms in aeroplane or hands to the heart. If you want to come in full warrior 3, the hands are forward. That's only if you feel really strong. And for the next section, you will need your blocks. So if you don't have them, just grab them and place them in front of you. So the point of this is my back is nice and straight, my chin's to my chest, and my heel is in line with my head. Watch your hips are not opening to the side. We want them even to the floor. It's easy for me because I can see myself. But see if you could just look at your hips and even them out and then lift your back heel. What you want to use is your glute. So if it's not working on the right side, give it a poke. Then you need to square your hips. All right, so that left knee is what we're going to bend. The rest of your body stays exactly the same. We exhale, bend through the left knee. Inhale to rise up. Keep that back leg straight. We've got 5 of these. Exhale, inhale, sorry. Exhale, rise. Inhale. Exhale. Don't let that knee go over the toe either on that left side. So we take a breath in, bend down. Exhale to rise. We have 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Check your hips even. Now we have toe taps. Flex your foot
and lower your toe, your right toe to the floor, tap the floor, and rise it back up parallel to the mat, using that glute. Inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Inhale, lower, exhale, rise. Keep that back straight using those blocks. Inhale, exhale. You can also use a chair or anything at home that you have. You can put your hands on. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Hold. Bend the knee. We're going to bring the right knee behind the left knee. Now, this is an option. You can stay here, or if you want to have a play with your side crow, you can come into it from this way. So you're going to bring the hands onto the floor on the left and bend into your elbows and put your elbows on your left thigh, and then maybe you can start to lift. Do it this way so you guys can see me a bit better. But just have a play. You don't have to do it today. It's just a different way of getting into that same pose that we play with a lot. And if you can't do it, it's fine. Just come back into this position. And we'll come into a warrior 3 just for a second. Exhale, step back. Meet us in warrior 2. So those of you who were just flying in crow, you can finish playing and then meet us here. Take a breath. Exhale. Flip front palm, reach forward and back. Reverse warrior. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back and flow, choosing your option of what you need today. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pedaling through the legs. Look between the hands, option to step or jump forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. Slowly start to roll up. Leave the blocks where they are because we'll need them for the other side. Prepare for the left. So we're going to get nice and sturdy through the legs, a little shimmy. We can dance if we want, just to feel nice and loose and happy, finding that lightheartedness or playfulness in our lessons every single day. We're going to push through that right leg, and the left leg's going to be working. So we're going to lift the knee up, hold, and get that balance. And once you feel nice and balanced, take your option. So shin, big toe, or side of the foot, or if you have a strap is a great option. Breathe here in any option that you've chosen in your passive stretch, because we're using our hands to force the stretch. Later, we're going to do active, which is much harder. So I'm going to reach the leg out to the side, and the more that you straighten through the hamstring, the more of a stretch you'll get, the straighter your leg. My hamstring's happy on this side, so it's much straighter. And the higher you lift it, the harder it is too. So if you're quite bendy, you can lift the leg a little more. But always honor how you're feeling. Don't push it too hard if there's pain, okay? One more breath. Gently bringing it back to center. We're going to hold the leg with active stretching. So hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Bend the knee, bring it in. 3 extensions. Exhale, extend straight. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend through the heel. Inhale, bend the knee. Last one, extend. And then we come into warrior 3. First without the blocks. So flex the foot, even the hips, reach through the crown of the head, chin to chest. Place your hands on your blocks or a chair at home. Really reach to that back heel. So imagine a straight line from the top of your head to the back of your heel and your sacrum. So it's nice and straight. Watch that left hip is not lifting to the side. You want to even to the floor. You want to use that glute max for this one. Inhale to prepare, reach through chest. We're going to bend that right knee. So we're going to bend the knee and then straighten. You're going to feel this with the hamstring as well. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, down. Exhale, rise up. Inhale. Exhale, that's 3. Inhale, keep that back leg straight. Exhale, the whole body doesn't move except for that knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale to rise. Hold. Toe taps. Make sure the hips are even. Inhale to lower that left foot down. Exhale to rise. Keep that foot flexed. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. That's 2. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. That's 3. We've got 2 more left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. Last one. Lower. Breath out. Beautiful. Now, bend that left knee. Bring it behind the right knee. That'll feel quite nice. You can either stay here or play with side crow. So bringing the hands towards the right. Bend the elbows a lot. Rest them on your thigh. Have a play. You're coming to the side and straightening the legs. It's absolutely okay if that is absolutely not for you today. If that's you and you really don't want to do that, come back here and just work on your strength. And when we're all here together, we'll gently drop back and come into warrior two to meet. Bend through that front knee, opening those hips, pushing down through that back edge of the back foot. Gaze towards front middle finger. Reverse warrior, reach forward. Maybe there's a bind and back. Exhale, hands come to frame front foot. Step back, move through flow. Taking the option that you need. Activating those glutes wherever you go. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog, open chest. And exhale into downward facing dog. Next set, if you do have some knee padding, to make sure you have that available for you today. Sorry about that. So we're going to reach that right leg up from downward facing dog and exhale, sweep between the hands. Now your option here is to gently lower that back knee and to feel through that front hip. If you want to work in strength here, you can tuck the back toe and lift through the leg. Reach through the crown of the head. Maybe there's a little shift forward and back if that feels good. We're being gentle with the hips today. Slowly starting to welcome them open. So from here, just prepare. We're going to come into arrowhead. So reaching through the back of the hands and the crown of the head reaching forward. Pistol grip, reach forward through the hands. Get a long line from tip of your fingers right down to the back of the heel. It's like a big arrow. And inhale to come up, hands to heart crescent lunge. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lengthen through chest. And exhale to twist over towards the right. So we're hooking those elbows around and twisting the chest, releasing the neck and head down. If the extension of the wrist doesn't feel good, you can actually have your hands in a fist. If you do have a bind here, you're welcome to take it. Just an option. One more breath. And then exhale, open up into warrior two. Get deep into that knee. Binding the hands. The right hand comes behind you. Maybe fingers touch. Chest opens. Keep deep into that front knee. Gaze forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, coming down into extended side angle. Option to rest on the quad or to have your elbow on your quad or to the floor. Coming into half bind or a full bind if you have it. Opening that chest. Come deep into the thighs. And if you have this, maybe stepping forward into your bird of paradise. I'm going to take it easy in this one because I do have a chest injury. So gently coming up. Maybe straightening the knee, straightening the leg if you get up. Bend the knee as you come down with control. You're going to meet everyone else back in extended side angle, just taking whatever option feels good for you today. Push the hips forward, get into that hip opener. Hand to the floor, and then gently bring the hands around the front foot, so framing the foot. Step back into high plank. Right hand into the center of the mat, opening towards the left. Option here is lower the bottom knee and the elbow. Raising that top leg in whichever version you've chosen. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Lowering the hands down, moving through your option. One-legged chaturanga if you want to step it up, or knees down to take it back. Inhale to up dog or baby cobra. Squeeze the booty. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walking through those legs. pedaling through the backs of the legs and the hamstrings. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Get low into that back knee. Maybe place it down for a moment. If that is not for you and you want to work more in strength, lift it up. Reach through the crown of head and maybe move forward and back. This is just being gentle, opening up the hips. If the knee's on the floor, you can have little movements side to side if that feels good. The forward and back should only be if your knee is up. Get strong through the legs. We're going to come up into our arrowhead. So inhale to rise. So palms are facing towards the floor and you're reaching through crown of the head, pushing through the back heel. Lift the belly off the thigh if it's resting there like it was for me. Tilt tailbone, reach through crown of head. Breath in, interlace the fingers, pistol grip, reach forward, push through the front heel. Really feel the strength here. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist to the left. Hands come to prayer or into a fist. Release the neck and head towards that right shoulder. See if you can get some height here as well. So rather than dumping everything down, you want to stay active and lift. And the only thing relaxed is your neck. Maybe there's a bind, just an option. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Get deep into the hips. Other way, we're going to have the left hand over and the right hand under. This side, my fingers are not binding at the moment. You're going to roll your chest open, bringing that elbow in towards the body and then up towards the roof and back to open through chest. Keep a bend into that front knee. Exhale, back to warrior two. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, extended side angle. Option one, on thigh or floor. Option two, half bind or full bind. And if you do have a full bind, see if your glutes are sticking out and push them under your body so your hips are opening. So your knees, your hips, and your ankle are in one line. Look towards your front foot. If it is an option for you, step forward and try and play bird of paradise. If you can come up, try to keep your chest open and then start to straighten that left leg is the step up. To come out, you bend the knee first and you control the bend in that right leg to come down and meet everyone else back in extended side angle with that left hand to floor. And then exhale, frame the front foot, come into a plank and step back. Left hand to the center of the mat, going into that side bend, the side plank on the left. Taking your option, knee to floor and elbow, or if you're in your full plank, you can also raise that top leg. You can go for a bind if it's in your practice, and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower it down, coming through your plank. Step it up, one-legged chaturanga. Step it down, knees to floor, or chaturanga push-ups, always an option. Inhale to up dog or baby cobra, open chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the knees. Releasing neck and head. Inhale, reach up through the right leg. Exhale, sweep forward between the hands. Coming back into our hips. So lowering that left knee down. Option to have the knee on the floor or to tuck the back toe and come into strength if that doesn't feel good. If you do have the knee on the floor, we're going to raise up into a deep lunge. The hips are coming forward. You can also do this from strength. It's a lot more intense. So just choosing your option. And then from here, we come into arrow lunge. So we're going to lift that back knee off, but the top of the foot is on the floor at the back, using a lot of strength in the glutes here. Inhale, hands up for 3, for 2, for 1. Hands to floor first. Gently, the knee comes down. Lounge lunge. So we practice this, those of you who did my class on Thursday. I'll go this way so you can see me. We're actually getting that elbow in line with the quad and grabbing just under the knee. And we're twisting the body towards the right. Bend a little bit through that left elbow and then bring the hips forward. So you're feeling the stretch through the left side of the body. If that's too much for your knee, you can also come from strength. So tuck your toe at the back foot and lift the knee up off the floor. This is if your knee gets quite aggravated with being on the ground. Release your left ear towards left shoulder. See if you can lift your body up and twist a little more. One more breath. Exhale, lower the back knee, coming into pigeon pose. So walking that foot towards the left and moving that back leg back and seeing if your hips are even. If that is not an option for you, figure 4 is really great on your back and bringing your knee in towards your chest. So you can bring the hands behind your hamstring or your shin. It is the same stretch, just pigeon pose is a bit more intense because you're using your gravity body weight to push you down. If you're in pigeon, I recommend if your shin is not parallel to the front of the mat to point your toes. And this is where you just allow yourself to be passive and totally release. It's also another good opportunity to check in with yourself, like we did at the start of the class, and just see how you're doing. What's coming up for you in today's class? And what I find so interesting around the psychology of yoga is that a lot of the things that go through our head every day are not really serving us and are sometimes not even true. So just asking yourself what you're telling yourself today and challenging what's going on in that mind. Is what your mind telling you actually true? Using that breath as an anchor if the mind starts to wander too much. Gently starting to come out of your pigeon and helping your back leg around in any way. I like to use my hands when I'm in that position because you've just come into from a deep stretch. Come into a forward fold with a single leg. So pulling out the glutes from underneath the sacrum so that you're sitting on your sit bones. Reach through the chest. So we're reaching up. And I want you to tilt from the hips. So placing your hands on your hips and actually tilting the hip bones forward. So the back is staying straight. So what we don't want to do in a fold forward is this. It's what really happens when people start yoga. The back stays straight. The tilt comes from the pelvis. And the pelvis and the spine should be connected in their movement. A little bend in the front knee is okay if that means that your pelvis can shift forward. The hamstrings can be a really tough one for some people, and I am one of those people. And you can alter your practice to get around those tight hamstrings, but still get a beautiful release. Chin gently towards chest to release compression in the back of the neck. Inhale to reach forward and lengthen through chest, and exhale to fold a little more. One more breath, exhale. Gently walking up. We'll come into a twist to realign the spine. So bring the bent knee over the top. Left arm hooks around as we twist, Lord of the Fish. So this purpose is to realign the spine after those deep work into the hips. Inhale back to center. Place both of your feet onto the floor. Reverse tabletop. We're lifting up. The pelvis is pushing towards the roof. Chin towards chest or head falls back, whatever feels good for you. Exhale, glutes to floor. Bend your legs. If you want a little jump through, you can do that. If you want to just come into your plank in any way, please feel free to do that. Now move through your flow Take your option. You know what they are by now. Exhale to floor. Inhale to rise. Exhale, tuck the toes, push up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal through legs. Give the head a little nod or a shake. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, sweep through hands. Get that padding. Place it underneath that right knee. Place it down towards the floor. Option to come from strength, straightening through that back leg. Couple of breaths here. Maybe we move forward and back if you've got your back knee up. If your back knee is on the floor, you might just want to have some little movements in any way that feels good until you feel really comfortable. And let those hips sink forward if your back knee is on the floor. Lowering the knee onto the floor, coming up, placing the hands on the thighs, placing the back foot, top of the foot onto the floor, arrow lunge, lift the chest. So we're pushing, getting low. We're not high. We're going to hold for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. Lower the knee gently. Lounge lunge. Left hand is the arm bone is parallel to your quad. Just grabbing under the knee. We're going to reach through the crown of the head and then twist towards the left while sucking the knee in towards the body with that arm. Pushing or gently releasing that right hip down to the floor. So if the right hip is up, you want to start to lower down and then twist. A bend through that supporting right elbow is also good. Gently releasing the neck too. So that right ear goes towards right shoulder if you can. Get length through the crown of the head, come off that leg and twist a little more, lowering that left hip towards the floor a little more. Releasing right ear to right shoulder. Half pigeon. Walking left foot towards the right side and coming down into your pigeon. If you have any tweaky knees, like I am dealing with at the moment, I'm going to come into figure 4 on my back. So interlace fingers around the hamstring or around the thigh, or around to the front of the shin. And take a big breath in together. Exhale, sigh it out. Make it as loud as you want. And I invite you to take a few more big sighs. And when you exhale and take that sigh, sink a little further, release a little more. Become a little softer. Taking 2 more breaths where you are. And when you're ready, gently pushing yourself up and helping your back leg around towards the front, coming into a single leg forward fold. So the left knee is out to the side and into the side of the right hip. Remove that padding from underneath the glutes so that your hips are flat to the floor. Reach through the crown of the head, lift through chest, and then start to fold. So on this side, because I have a tweaky hamstring, it's not as easy on this side. So I'm going to tilt from my pelvis, and I need to bend my knee more on this side because of the nerve injury I have on this side. So reach through chest and exhale, fold. And only going to your edge to where you feel if you pushed more, it would be painful. That's where you need to really watch. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Reaching through crown of head, growing through chest. So getting that spine nice and straight and keeping that pelvis tilt. Your last breath, slowly walk the hands up. Left knee comes over the top of the leg, Lord of the Fish. Right hand hooks around as we bring that left hand close towards the body and push straight the arm. going to traction the spine up as well. So reaching and twisting the chest. Chin is towards chest. There's no need to have to look around. Doesn't do anything for the pose except strain your neck. Hands come back behind you. Place the feet onto the floor. Take a breath in to prepare. And exhale, we lift the hips up. Push through those glutes, chin to chest or head back, depending what feels good. One more breath. Keep pushing the hips to sky. Exhale, glutes to floor. Cross the legs. Remove that padding if it's in the way. And option for a little jump through. If you want to have a sneaky crow as well, you can do that. It's up to you. And exhale to floor. Inhale to up dog or baby cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Bringing the knees towards in between the hands. Coming down onto your glutes. Slowly raise down to the floor with control. Taking that block, should be somewhere nearby. We'll come up to one bridge for a long hold. You have a few options for your bridge. A restful bridge, underneath the sacrum is option one. Or if you want to come for a more active one, you can do that as well. If you're in the more passive one, you can also have an option to raise a leg up if that feels good. So whichever option you choose, just really feeling into the space and that is really serving what you need today. If you have one leg raised, you can lower it down and then raise the other leg. You can also do this from the active version of the pose. It's just a bit more work. So choose what you feel you need and how much energy you have today. Gently lowering that last leg that was up, removing the block if you took that version, and slowly lowering down. Upper back, middle back, lower back to floor. Supine twist. We bring that right knee into chest, pull it up nice and tight towards the chest or to the armpit. Exhale, bring the knee over the top of the chest, coming into the twist. If you want to feel more, you can actually bring the hand around the side of the foot and extend the leg straight. That's if you want to feel more through the hamstrings and you're chasing a little bit more sensation today. Keep both shoulders on the floor, chest open. Bend the knees, slowly come back to center, breath in. Place the lower back onto the floor, lower the feet down. Inhale to prepare and exhale, left knee into chest. Interlace fingers around shin, pulling it up nice and tight. Exhale, bring the knee over the top of the body to the other side. Option to extend through that top leg, grabbing the outside of that left foot with the right hand. And now when you're ready, releasing that foot or whichever version that you took and come back to center. Maybe taking a little happy baby if you want a little bit more release in the lower back. Or if you're ready, coming into your final Shavasana. Taking a big breath in and exhale, sigh it out.
And because you're at home, you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. If you wish to come out with us, you can take the thumb and gently roll it over each of your finger palms or finger pads. And through that gentle sensation, bring yourself back into the body. Maybe making little movements with the toes, little circles with the feet, maybe circles with the wrists. And when you're ready, your knees come into your chest with the exhale. Pushing that sacrum into the floor. Again, little circles with the knees might feel nice. When you're ready, rolling over onto your favorite side and using your bottom arm as a pillow. Keeping those knees into chest and eyes closed. Pushing yourself up to a comfortable seated position, keeping eyes closed, and hands can be gently resting on your knees or your thighs. And I'll leave you today with a quote. Until we have met the monsters in ourselves, we keep trying to slay them in the outside world. From all the darkness in the world stems from darkness in the heart. And it is there that we must do our work. Bring your hands to your heart. And what this means is that you may notice that certain patterns are coming up in your life that seem to repeat themselves. And the common denominator is us. And the patterns and things we choose is from our own psychology and the darkness within ourselves rather than what's actually happening on around us. So in order to break those patterns and to change our lives, we must first change ourselves, which is the practice of yoga, of controlling the mind. That is the art of meditation. Namaste. Bring your hands to your heart or your third eye between the eyebrows. Bow down first to yourself for your practice. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend and get outside because it looks kind of sunny, and wear a mask. And I'll see you all soon. Yay. Hey, Mark, I saw you jumped in a bit late. That's all right. And Emma got smothered by her cat. Woo-hoo. Oh, I miss Reggie. You have to send me a photo, Emma. All right, bye, guys. Thanks, Ross. See ya.